Alright, so I finally got around to playing the Forspoken demo after it's been out since the Game Awards, which was in late November, I want to say, and I heard some bad things about it, and to be honest, I completely forgot this game existed until the demo was announced, and I've had it downloaded on my PS5 and just got around to playing it. But I remember it was being announced, and I was like, okay, this is interesting. And then I didn't think about it again until the Game Awards had it come out. And it came out, I was like, okay, I guess I'll get around playing that demo eventually, but I still didn't really know what it was. And I looked into it, and this is actually the Luminos team, which is the team behind Final Fantasy 15, which I know it's divisive, is actually one of my preferred Final Fantasy games. I really enjoyed it. I love just like driving around in the car with your gang and just the bros, like the emotion that I got in that post-credit scene in Final Fantasy 15, like after it's done and you're just around the campfire for what's the last time. Like I didn't realize how much I cared about that game until that scene happened. But anyways, I'm a fan of the team and what they did with Final Fantasy 15. So once I realized that's who it was, I was like, all right, I'll check out Forspoken, even though I'm hearing the demo's not that great. And when I first started off the demo, I kind of felt the same way. It's kind of a lackluster combat system at first. I don't really know what's going on with the world, what's going on with the traversal, but the more I played, and I played it twice. I actually played it about like a week ago. I just didn't get a chance to record it, and then I played about an hour or so this morning before going and recording this review just to get a more feel for it. And it's one of those games where the more I played of it, the more I enjoyed it, the more interesting the combat system became. You get like these two different branches, I'm gonna say, of magic. I assume you unlock more because it looks like the tree has more, but like one's more of the like spellcaster distance, and one's more like a melee, and the quickness to which you can switch between them, the different elements you can combine, and combining the different types of both support and attack magic that you can have with them. It's actually quite interesting, and like the tutorial they give you at the beginning doesn't really like go over how to like it's like, oh, here's how you do this, here's how you do this. We don't realize like the fluidity that you have just being able to switch between them, and it's actually kind of like a deep combat system. Also doesn't really explain the world at all. They just kind of drop you in. I think it's a weird place. I can tell like you're someone from modern society based on like there's a couple different mechanics with like doing like selfies and pictures and stuff. So like that part of the story will be interesting. You have this voice narrating to you that's like part of you, which I assume is explained in the story as well. And I think it just shows a weird chunk of games give you. There's also part of a big open world, which again they don't really explain at the beginning of the tutorial. So if you just go to the set markers that they have, they give you 5 different points, and then a 6th one once you do the 5th. Then you're like, okay, there's different bases, different enemies, different chests. So okay, yeah, normal fantasy world BS essentially. But as you explore more of the world and like they open it up, you can like just go to different places. And I kind of realize that it's more got the almost like an Ubisoft game feel. And as someone that loves like the Assassin's Creed franchise, for the most part, there's some outliers. I actually kind of like dig the idea of like a Square Enix Final Fantasy 15 esque take on like one of these Ubisoft games, and the world itself, I think it looks like a generic fantasy world for now, but I feel like as the lore progresses and we get to more different environments, because for the most part this is kind of like foresty mountainside environment, I feel like there could be a lot more going on here. And for a game that was completely out of my radar, and for the first hour or so, the first time I played the demo, not really digging it, not really feeling it, as I played more of the demo and got more invested in the combat system, more familiar with the world and traversal, I feel like this can be a really cool game. You get the idea of if you explore like how you get your different powers, what fighting different enemies will be, the different skill trees. Like it's really a game you have to, or a demo you have to discover for yourself. And I think they chose a weird spot for the demo. I get why they did it because of the open worldness, but without like really explaining to you the different systems and mechanics and how the world works. If you're just following the way the demo's set up and like, I'll go to these 5 points, I feel like you're not getting the broadness of the world, assuming that the full game has the same broadness that the demo actually has, like when you dig into it. And this game went from completely off my radar, well, I mean, slightly on my radar during whatever PlayStation conference it was announced at, to not thinking about it until finally playing the demo, I actually am kind of looking forward to this game. I think I might actually check it out, and I think it comes out in just a couple weeks. It's like January 20 something ish. And I heard a lot of hate for the demo, and I get it because the combat system is weird, and I don't think it's perfect. This is just a demo, but like I feel like there's some cool, just the fluidity, just the being able to just switch in between the different spells, your different elements, like just at the whim. I think there can be a lot of fun with that. I think there'll be a lot of fun with this world if you're a fan of Ubisoft games like I am, just these big like open world sandboxes. And I'm actually kind of looking forward to it. So let me know down below what you thought of the demo, if you gave it a broader appeal, or if you just like went straight for the different points that they had there. And if you're going to check it out, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz, and I will see you guys next time.